Hello? How did you get this number? Don't you know he's listening? The 13. He's here.
You have entered the 13, a place where real stories about music, touring, and the beyond are told. Music does something to us. We all experience it in our own way. It can affect our senses, transport us through time, and release emotions. On this podcast, we will talk with people about the power of music and the beyond. What does the beyond mean? Let's find out together. Turn on your metronomes because this time is about to be tracked. What is going on, everyone? Today we have Tracy Mcginnis with us. But wait, hold on a second. Who's this guy?
Tracy couldn't be here. I'm Scott. Six Pass Hell. Wait a minute. No. It's me.
That's awesome. Tracy.
Me.
Dude, that's funny. I love it. I'm gonna, dude, that's so much fun. You know, you're a good sport already. Hopefully Scott loves that. It's an homage.
Yeah, it's an homage.
So for everybody,
Scott's my brother, by the way. Scott's my brother. That was all in good fun. I love him.
I love him too.
This is great.
So for everybody, this is Tracy Mcginnis from Joke and from a few other projects, of course. I've known Tracy since he toured with Pound Hound. God damn, how long ago was that?
Long time. My daughter's 19. It was before that, so 20 years ago.
Oh,
man.
Wow, dude. Well, we've known each other for quite a long time.
You were like four then.
I was like 4 then. I was at the show though. Hey man, when you guys wait, we'll get into that later. For the people who don't know anything about you, let's give the people a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of you on the down low.
People know me for Choke. I've been in Choke for in 1994.
Yeah.
With 4 guys, and we still have 3 of the original 4 in the band.
Nice.
And we've had people come and go, but it's, as of right now, it's three of the original 4 in the band. So yeah,
Right on.
Still kicking it.
So you're best known for Choke, but you were a firefighter for a long time.
18 years.
18 years, dude. I haven't done anything for 18 years.
That's why my hair is short underneath and long on top, because I retired in March, and
Okay.
I would like put my hair up under my fire helmet.
Yep.
Under my hat. I just hit it, and then I had to shave for 18 years. So I swore once I retired, I would never drag a razor across my face. So,
hey, I understand that. I work in oil and gas. My hair, you and me pretty much have the same haircut. I'm trying to grow it out on the sides for the first time in forever. But I would do the same thing. It's got to go in the hard hat, you know, so you got to tie it up. And then you have to be shaved, or at least mustache wise, so you can create a seal, right?
I've buzzed it a few times, but I will never drag a razor across my face.
Right on.
Never.
Man. Okay, so best known for Choke. First thing I'd like to bring up is your tour in Japan that wasn't that long ago. It was like, was it before the pandemic?
Right before COVID.
Right before COVID, yeah.
If it had been 4 or 5 months later, it wouldn't have happened. In fact, we were slated to go back the following year. Okay. And that got ixnayed. So
yeah, everything got ixnayed. We were going to do a Razor 13 reunion, and that COVID thing kind of fucked everybody up. You got COVID, didn't you? I mean, everybody got COVID.
Very, very beginning, like when it was a death sentence. Like if you had COVID, you were dead.
Right.
And I was like saying my goodbyes, and
yeah, dude, it's fucking
it really
rough.
kind of messed with my brain too.
Dude, me too, man.
I've never really recovered from it. I don't know. I have bad days. Like I just have days that I'll wake up and I'll turn my phone off, and I can't leave the house, and I don't want to talk to anybody. And and it might last a day. It might last 2 or 3 days, and it's kind of hard to have a job if you just can't deal with anything.
Yeah,
it's hard to explain.
No, I get it.
Right after I got it, I was real angry about it. I hadn't accepted that this is my life now, and I was fighting people. I was like, if somebody looked at me wrong, I was swinging on them. Yeah. And but I just come to accept that this is who I am now. And when I have those days, I just kind of distance myself from people, so I don't go off on people. violently or verbally.
I get it 100%. I do since this has happened, the COVID thing, one, I got it in the very beginning, just like you. And two, well, at least I think I do. They didn't even have tests for it when I got it.
I've had it about 3 times since, but
oh, wow.
Mildly. I think I'm kind of immune to it.
Okay.
Like
I don't yet. I don't know if I've even had it again. If I did, I was so hungover I didn't notice it. You know what I mean? Like
that happens.
Yeah, that does happen.
That's a symptom of COVID. You drink a lot more.
Yeah, that's right, dude. I've drank more in the last few years than I have in a long time. So, where am I at? Oh, okay. So you moved from Louisiana to H-Town, and I love H-Town because I'm from here. But what was up with the move?
Well, I was born December 22nd, so that's 12/22.
Nice.
22 is my lucky number.
Absolutely.
I worked in sports, and I knew that 2022 was coming up, and I knew that I was going to retire from the fire department. And I didn't know what I was going to do, or I didn't have a plan. I was actually going to take a year off and walk the Appalachian Trail. I didn't really tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to talk me out of it, because I figured I would use that year to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do in life. Right. And then I met a girl.
Okay.
That's every country album. Right
yeah, there. It is. It's true.
I think I look like Heavy's back there saying I look like Kenny Rogers too. So.
Hell yeah.
Ruby, don't take your love to town.
I remember buying my mom a Kenny Rogers album. It was a cassette tape.
The neighborhood I live here in Houston, and Nikki, my girlfriend, God love her, we drive past the school. It's 2 blocks away. Kenny Rogers went to that elementary school and that junior high. And every time I drive past there, I'm like, Kenny Rogers went to this school. Kenny Rogers went to this school.
That's right.
Oh, well, that's my OCD.
That's awesome, dude. I do the same thing, man. I'm somehow related to Clint Black. And by I mean somehow is my mom's cousin married Clint Black. So every time, my whole life, I grew up being like, well, Clint Black went over here, and his nephew lives right over here. And then I ended up meeting his nephew, and we ended up being friends before we really knew who each other were. And I was like, man, your last name's Black. You related to Clint? And he's like, yeah, he's my uncle. I was like, oh shit, we're cousins.
Yeah, I'm the most famous person that I'm related to.
That's right. Well, good. I don't think I'm related to anybody else.
What a shitty lot in life. You got a cool Clint Black story.
I do have but I've never met the guy.
I have boobs now.
Yeah, me too. They're coming in great. I feel like I'm in my teens again. It's just in a different way.
Oh my God. I'm 13 forever.
Hell yeah.
We talked about this, our collections of toys and crickets and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, you were talking about Spawn earlier before the show.
Oh, yeah. That was later on though. That's from the
movie. This way. Yeah.
I was collecting it like 1 through 7, the McFarlane stuff. Actually, at the time, Ben Falgout from Goat Whore and Solid Green, he and I, we would go, when we were on tour, we would go hit toy stores, and we would beg the managers to let us go in the back and open the boxes, because we would look for like weird misprints, or if anything was wrong or missing or wasn't painted right, we would buy it. Right on. Just to have like one-off. So
yeah, fuck yeah, badass. I would do that too. That's great. My story's a little bit different. I would go to Half Price Books and jump in the dumpster back behind the store because I didn't have any money. But I get like, copies of books. They just had the cover torn off or something. So I could still read the fucking book. It was fine, but they would throw that shit away.
I'm a book guy. I haven't got into the reading on my phone.
Me neither. I'll listen to Audible and I'll listen to books on my phone, but yeah, I'm not reading on my phone. There's no freaking way. It's just feels weird.
It's like vinyl. I like to have an album. I like to read.
100%.
I like to read the liner notes, I still like to put the record on. And
yeah, me too, dude. 100%. Like that's why I have a vinyl collection. But I think I'll get lost here. I've already had a beer or 3.
Jefe's knocking shit over back over here.
Sorry. Okay, so your Japan tour with Choke. Did you guys play with Gunship 666? Was that a deal?
Yeah, we had played with them. Scott Alexander covered this when they did their U.S. tour.
Yeah.
We played one date with them in Lake Charles and just hit it off with Six Pastel. And I stayed in touch with them. They don't really speak much English, but we stayed in touch as the best we could. And then about 6 years ago, Scott joined Choke. Scott was in Choke for about 2 years, and he joined Choke. And I had one of those bright ideas. I was like, so I called Scott. And I actually hit up Angry and Masami first and asked, what's the possibility of us coming to Japan? And they're like, just come,
Yeah.
Take care of your plane tickets and we'll pretty much take care of everything else, all the accommodations, everything. So I called Scott and I was like, dude, what's the possibility of doing this? And he called, he said, give me a day. And he called me back the next day. He's like, all right, we're doing it. Here's the tour. Here's the itinerary. Here's what we're doing. I was like, shit. Okay.
Fuck yeah. Dude, that's awesome. And you guys went and had fun. I guess I think, I don't know. I think I remember this photo of your ass and you staring out into the sunset.
That was okay. Let me preface this.
Okay.
That was in Nagano, and we had stayed out all night long, and none of us remember going back. It was a traditional Japanese, like mats on the floor.
Right.
None of us remember getting back to the hotel that night. I walked through the lobby. You're supposed to take your shoes off because you're walking on these bamboo mats.
Right.
And I clomped through there with my boots on, American rock and roller, and all these women were going, oh.
Yeah.
I insulted the whole country.
Stop.
And passed out. And then we woke up in the morning and we were looking out the window and Rusty says, you look like a sumo wrestler. And I pulled the underwear up in the crack and he took the photo and Charlie stepped in and it's immortal.
Magic. It was magic.
Please do not bring that photo. Let's just
okay. I'll leave the photo. I'll leave that photo out. Here it is right here, everyone. I'm just kidding.
right. I don't care. I don't have any shares.
It's fun, dude. It was a fun photo. I was like, I want to be on tour with these guys in Japan. I've never been to Japan. I toured with King's X.
We went. The crazy thing about Japan, there's this noise ordinance from way back.
Okay.
When the soldiers used to go. So shows start like 4 p.m. and they're done by like 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. Wow.
Done.
Like that's it.
Then the after parties. Wow.
Really?
Them dudes can drink. Japanese can drink, and their beer is really good. And they don't remember, but I don't think they ever outdrink us.
Okay.
I don't remember. Rumble bar.
There is a dog in the background, and I don't know. I'm not telling you this. I'm editing this out. Ryan, edit this part out.
My dog, the neighbor's dog. This is my life.
Okay. This is what you live with.
By the way, this is a very, this is a 120-year-old home, and it's very, very haunted. And the dogs bark all night long, and as soon as the dogs stop barking, the ghost starts knocking shit off my nightstand.
Okay, then maybe I am leaving this, and we should talk about this. That is okay. So you're in a very haunted house. I get that. I've only ever seen a ghost one time, and I'm not 100% sure it was a ghost, but I can get into that.
I didn't believe it until I lived in a very, very haunted house when I was 19 and 20.
Yeah.
And I saw things, and I went to the landlord, and I was going to explain to her what I was seeing, and she told me what I was seeing. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, well, I'm moving out, by the way. Yeah. And my girlfriend, Nikki, she's really in tune. I'm slightly in tune, slightly. Okay. Like I get the heebies sometimes, and if I get the heebies, it's bad. Like it's like evil. And we moved in here, and she was like, "There's something in here, and it didn't really get to me for a couple of weeks, but it jacks with me bad. The other morning, she was going to work, and I was still sleeping, and she said, "I love you," and I heard a whisper. I heard, "I love you."
Holy fuck!
And I didn't say it because I don't tell her I love her. I'm a man. She just said bullshit.
Bullshit.
Hey, at least I knew bullshit.
Yeah, it's all right. That's good. I like it. You and me were talking before the show, and we were talking about something you might be getting yourself into that would involve ghosts and things like that. Do you think you could talk a little bit about that on the show?
Yeah, we're about to start not a podcast. This is a podcast, a YouTube channel. We're gonna call it No Man's Land. And
Awesome.
No Man's Land was the area between like Beaumont and Lake Charles. It wasn't ruled by any government, and anything was like pirates and any murder. Everything was A-okay. And so we're gonna call it No Man's Land, like NML.
Yeah,
and, just because anything will go on the. I think the first thing we're gonna do is gonna be me and my girlfriend Nikki and Jefe. We're gonna use Jefe as the guinea pig to send him into like the really, really, really scary haunted things. He's shaking his head no back there.
Well, he's doing it.
But we're gonna start off by in a ghost investigation in our house, where we currently live. Trying to find out who it is, and it's a male. I do know he's a male, and he's not aggressive. He doesn't scratch us or push us, but when you're trying to sleep at between 3 and 6, he's real active, and that's what I'm trying to get. Nikki works at a bar, and I work. We'll get to what I do for a living, but we don't get home till 2 in the morning.
Right.
So when you're getting in at 2 in the morning and you have your 2 or 3 beers, go to bed, and then between 3 and 6,
I'm sitting there fucking.
Our roommate decides he wants to keep us up.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We're not mad at him, but man, dude, you have to have a little decency. Be a good roommate.
Right.
So
yeah. Fucking dick.
Go to your own room.
Yeah. Go to your home. Oh wait, he is in his home.
Right.
I'm thinking Adam Sandler. Dude, that's kind of cool. Like my only ghost experience was I was at a friend's house and they told me about it. They said, hey, look, sometimes this you'll just visually see a thing walking around in the living room. I'm like, whatever. This is 1998 or something. And I'm like, whatever. I pass out on their couch. And I woke up somewhere between 3 and 6 in the morning. It was like kind of a similar, maybe it was closer to 3, I think. And I literally watched a thing I couldn't see. Like I couldn't see it, but I could see it. Does that make sense? Like I saw things. I saw this thing coming around this side out of the kitchen and then went down a hallway. Yeah. And it went down the hallway and I could tell it was like, I could tell maybe
you rarely ever see faces. What you're explaining is correct.
Okay. Yeah. Like I just saw it, but I could fucking see it. I was like, and it was moving. And it went down the hall and disappeared.
Anything in the house? If I see something in the house, I'm Scooby doing it. I'm gone. Gone.
Fucking out. Dude, this is off. Well, this is off. It's on subject because we've got you on here. So the first time for the audience, first time I saw Tracy was at a Pound Hound show. I may have seen you before, but I don't know. The Pound Hound show is the one that really sticks out to me. It was at that weird.
For the viewers that don't know,
that's correct.
It's Doug Pennant from King's X, and then my buddy Lynn Saunier from the Saunier Brothers, and many other bands. I mean, he played with Stuck Mojo, but he was
Christian playing that? Was Christian in that version?
Yeah, Christian, Mike Nesmith's son.
Yeah, I love him and me were really good friends not really good friends, but he was a super nice guy.
I met him on that tour and I haven't seen him since, but he was really Southern Comfort. We're from Louisiana. Drinking Texas beer and Louisiana whiskey. So
that's good. That's good. I've got I don't even know what this is, but I got a concoction myself.
Yeah, man, that was we did like the beginning and the end of that tour.
Okay. You didn't do the whole thing.
Want us to do the whole thing? I don't remember. I don't remember what I did this morning, but for some reason we couldn't do the whole. We were slated to do the whole thing, and so we did like a bunch of dates at the beginning and a bunch at the end.
Okay, right on. Yeah, I remember. What was that bar's name? I know you can't remember your name, today, but like
the one we played here in Houston.
Yeah, it was off of that weird.
That was no, it was we played there with Hank 3 Engine Room.
Oh, the Engine Room. Okay, I felt like it was a different one. I felt like it was.
I think we played 2 shows in Houston with them.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so if the engine room, I know because I played my. It wasn't that. It was way before that place. I think. The engine room. I played my first show ever at. That's a different story. This place that I'm thinking about, where I saw you guys, it was a smaller bar. It was off of that street that was off of 290. I cannot pronounce its name to save my life. But anyway, that place has been gone for a long time. I just remember it was a smaller venue.
19th hole, maybe?
No, oh man, I've been there. I don't think it was that. Well, it doesn't matter.
I can't remember. We used to play.
Yeah, you played everywhere. We
used to play Cardi's.
Yeah, dude. The original or Cardi's 2000.
Yeah, no, we used to play emos here in town too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Emos, dude. That place has been gone for a while now. Fitzgerald's is gone.
Yeah.
Everything's gone. All right. I'm not going to be sad anymore. Okay. What is Choke Barbecue?
Choke Barbecue, that funded, we had one about 2 months before we went to Japan. We got the idea from Dead Horse because Dead Horse has a barbecue.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
I've actually played solo at the Dead Horse barbecue.
Okay, nice.
And, so we took the guy that does the barbecue, Jade. He actually cooks Dead Horse's barbecue, and we told Dead Horse we were doing this, and they gave us their blessing, like because they're friends of ours. They're like, yeah, dude, have a barbecue, you'll make a lot of money. And awesome. We made enough money at the first Choke Barbecue to fund our entire Japan trip, like to send the whole band flights and everything to China and Japan. So we're having we have an East Coast, a mini East Coast tour in October. We're doing Philadelphia, New York City, and we're playing the Stoner Doom Festival in Jewett City, Connecticut. And one of the record labels that we're dealing with right now, Salt of the Earth Records. It's Scott Harrington used to be in. What was he in?
Why does that name sound so familiar?
He was the guitar player in Nuclear Assault.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
I'm sorry, Scott, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. He was in Nuclear Assault. But we're going to go play that festival up there, and we were supposed to play it a couple years ago, and we couldn't do it because we didn't have proper transportation. And then we were supposed to do it again, and then COVID hit.
Okay.
And we do have a tentative record deal with them.
Okay. Oh yeah.
We're talking to other labels too. I can't really talk about that, but
sure.
But you know how that goes.
I do.
But that one's kind of a for sure thing. So we're going to go up there and play and
badass.
Have a good time. They're good people. They treat us well so far. So we needed money for that. So we had a Choke Barbecue. So it's an all day thing from two in the afternoon till 2 in the morning. And basically it's everybody in Choke's side bands.
Okay.
And some of our friends that play. Like I'm going to start it off with an acoustic set. For like 30 minutes, and then at some point it turns into acoustic bands, and at some point it turns into cover bands, at some point it turns into like punk rock and metal, and then
cool
at the end of the night.
Hell yeah, dude, that sounds awesome.
Man, I'm almost 53 and I'm already tired of thinking about that. Oh, and while there's barbecue too, there's 2 of our guys in our band are actually chefs, and so they're going to be making barbecue. So for $20, you get a barbecue plate and 12 hours of music.
It's
not bad.
Fucking fantastic.
We normally charge $10 to get in our shows. So
yeah.
So
that's awesome, dude.
It's in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
When is it?
I sent you I don't know, dude.
You did send me a thing. I'll post it right here.
Look, it's right
there. Or over there, or right in the middle, because I've been doing this thing where I put
right here.
Right, it's right there. Love it.
Go ahead, put it right.
Bam. Actually, that might be our thumbnail. That might be the thumbnail. Just
oh shit.
Be like Tracy. Dude, this is fun, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Man. Choke, we just added Dane Saunier on guitar.
Yeah, from Galactic Cowboys.
Galactic Cowboys.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Dane since probably 88 or 89. And
okay.
Dane fucked me. Because I was 19 years old and Dane was on MTV.
Right.
And I knew him. So I knew it. So I was like, it's easy to be on MTV. He's from my hometown.
Right.
And then I had like some other friends that like made it when I was like 20 and 21. I was like, it's easy. And here I am, 53, still chasing it. But we're cheating. We added Dane because Dane has the ends at MTV.
That's right. Dude, I mean, seriously.
Pregnant.
I was going to say 16 and pregnant, like right there. There it is.
Yeah, right. If you play music, you're never getting on MTV. You have to be on. I could totally make no ridiculousness. Every day, if Nikki walked around filming me, I'd be on ridiculousness. They'd have a segment. Here's our weekly Tracy segment.
Is ridiculousness still
4
on?
months ago. I had two broken toes, 2 big toes on each foot.
Oh my God! And how'd that happen? Yeah.
First one, I was at work at Energy Stadium, and I dropped a sheet of plywood on it. And the second one, the dog tripped me and knocked me off the stairs.
Yep. Okay.
We have a Siberian Husky.
Okay. Oh, so big dog.
He might be on the spectrum.
Yeah, that's all right. Speaking of, okay, so you hurt yourself at work. Speaking of work, what are you doing for work these days besides music?
I'm Dolly Parton's bra. I don't want to work that hard.
I don't want to work that hard. That's a huge job.
I'm a stagehand for only big bands.
Okay.
Like when big bands play Energy Stadium.
Yeah.
Or Toyota Center, or like the Woodlands. Yeah, I did like WWE Raw last Monday. I did last night. I worked the dressing room for Kevin Hart last night.
You worked the dressing room for Kevin Hart?
Yeah, I was the dressing room attendant. You know what my job was? To tear down his PlayStation and TV and put it in the box and go to the semi.
Dude, what a fucking great
job. That was a cool one, but I worked for Styx, The Who, Tears for Fears.
No way.
Kenny Chesney. I was the guy that was running out, like the guy that films the camera and chases him around. I was the guy that like runs behind him and make sure the band doesn't trip over the cables.
Yeah, dude. Ring. Oh, wow. That's fucking awesome.
I never know what I'm going to be doing. I just show up and they're like, hey, we need you to do this. I did get to do backline for The Who, so I got to help set up Pete Townshend's amps and his pedals.
Wow. So you get to see all the stuff. You're like, oh,
yeah.
He has this. What did he have? Do you know? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. All of Pete Townshend's stuff it's all analog.
Okay, badass.
It's all analog, and it's in a pedal, but all his pedals are black, and they're custom, and they say Pete on it. And
no way.
Say what they do, like flanger or chorus or overdrive, but they're all just black pedals, and they all look the same, but they're total custom for him.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
And another thing that I've noticed, because I work for like all the country bands, almost every band that I work for, because I get as soon as the show's over, I'm the first guy on the stage to like, start tearing down the mics, getting everything in almost every bass player these days uses the Doug Pinnick Tech 21.
Really?
Even the country guys. Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah, I've heard it's so great. I've almost bought one so many times. And like I even contacted Doug and was like, hey, you got a deal on this? And he was like, well, not really. Like I need a bro deal. I need it to not be this expensive. But I think he could hook me up a little bit, but I haven't jumped into it. And I want one so bad. Those are so cool. Of course he does.
Dane's got one. He's about to let our bass player Sean, the Sexican.
The Sexican.
Use the sexy Mexican.
He's pretty.
Is he pretty?
Yeah,
he is pretty. I see.
The funny thing is up until a year ago, Chuck was all Louisiana band. We always have been.
Right.
And then we got Sean in the band, and he's from Houston, Sean Martinez. And then I moved to Houston in March. And then we got Dane about 3 months ago. So 3/5 of Choke live in Texas now.
Hey man, I mean, it's what Texas and
Louisiana.
Louisiana, right? Texas and Louisiana are brother and sister, or however you want to, whatever thing you want to put on it. We're together. We're all the same.
Hey, at least we're not from Dallas.
At least we're not from Dallas, which is not part of Texas.
People in Dallas
They're gonna hate us.
No, people in Dallas have always been cool to us. That was one of our biggest cities back in the day, but I was never
Deep
nice
Ellum.
to them. I was never nice to them.
Yeah, old Deep Ellum, man. I spent a lot of time down there. That was the place to be for a minute.
used to play all the bars down there. We used to play at Dime's bar, the tattoo bar. We used to play there. We played there with Pound Nail.
Oh, tour. Cool. Yeah, dude. I met
Rex was there that night.
Rex, if King's X showed up or Doug showed up anywhere, Rex showed up.
Dime was there too. Dime and Rex, but Rex, Dime was always around when we played, but Rex, that was the only time he showed up because Doug Pennant was in the house. So
yeah. Oh man, Rex is always a lot of fun. Every time I've met him, I just apparently can't figure out how to tune his bass, but that's another story.
He definitely talks like he's from Texas.
Oh yeah, dude. I want to try to get him on the show if I can and see if he remembers how I, as a bass tech, cannot tune his bass and see if he wants to hire me. But hey, so every time you've come and played with King's X, I've tuned your bass wrong. You want to hire me as a bass tech for your solo shit? Let's go. Or let the new Pantera tour. What do you think about that? With Zach and Charlie.
Brian, you're totally in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Well, dude, it's because you were Doug's bass tech, so you only know how to tune left hand.
I only know how to tune left hand. So everything was just wrong. You know, it's like,
you live your whole life backwards.
Dude.
And I do too.
I always hated because I play bass and I'm a right-hander, and let me turn off my phone while it's beeping at me. I turned it off of silent.
That's Rex calling you, hiring you.
Rex right now. Hold on. Let's see. Yes, totally Rex, or my wife, who is currently building my website. Everyone who's listening, the 13 podcast website, it's going to be the13podcast.com. It's up and running right this second. We're going to have merch up and stickers, like t-shirts and stickers and all kinds of bullshit you can buy if you want to. And please do it because it's expensive and I have no money. Hey, so a long time, Yumi may have not been actual friends for a long time. I just met you a long time ago.
All the time. We've chatted and
we've been talking for years. And I got a bag right here I got a bag of something that you sent me a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I sent that to you.
You did.
Oh shit, that's all my picks. I have a lot more since then.
there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, man. And I love it.
A bunch of yours.
Yeah, I sent you I got, you can't hardly see this one.
See what I've got.
You're an avid pick collector, and I've become one only because you kind of were like, hey, well, you want to trade some? And I was, yeah, I never even thought about doing that.
Picks were accidental. Like even when I went to concerts, like when I was a kid, Bon Jovi and Rat and Motley Crue, somehow I always went home with a pick.
Yeah,
they only throw so many.
Right.
I'm like a magnet for them. And then and I would just kind of stick them away. And before I knew it, I had a bunch of them. And then I had friends that worked in the industry that worked for bands, and they would always save them for me and give them to me. And I still never really got into it. But then after I had about 100 picks, I was like, damn, okay, this is kind of cool. Then I started printing my own picks for all my bands. I'm going to need you to help me verify something though.
Okay.
The guy that does the King's X, the history of King's X picks, they have everything. It's Paul Bradley.
That's correct.
Probably know Paul.
I do know Paul. Yep.
Okay. Because Paul knew you. I have a pick that he doesn't have on his site. And he did verify that he thinks it's from Out of the Silent Planet. King's X's first album.
Wow.
No, he only has one. He only owns one, and his is black. And I'm trying to find it. It's right here. His is black, and I showed him this one, and I told him I was going to be doing this podcast, and I was going to talk to you.
Cool.
I'm going to hold it up. If you could maybe get Doug to maybe verify this.
Sure. Let's get it's all white. I can't see
blue. It's baby blue.
Oh, kind of
baby blue. It says King's X, and it's stamped. It's the old pics that like they did in the 80s.
Oh, dude, take a photo of it and send it to me, and I'm going to put it up right here in the screen.
I'll do that. But man, yeah, I collect pics. I have like a Kiss Dynasty. I have Paul McCartney. I have Paul McCartney.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I gotta tell you the story how I got to Paul McCartney. My buddy Sammy that was an Acid Bath. Chuck used to go everywhere.
Fucking Acid Bath, man. I forgot about that.
They were our buddies. When people don't realize when Acid Bath broke up, we're not playing. They weren't major. They weren't famous. They were still playing bars. We were still playing bar and grills and stuff. But then they broke up. And
Club Sin. I
Sammy
remember them
joined
playing
Goat
Club Sin
Whore
in
and
Louisiana.
Goat Whore, and so every time I'm around Sammy, which is a couple times a year, I always hit him up for picks, and he's like, "Dude, why you always hitting me up for picks?" I was like, "Because I trade them. I trade them for other picks." He's like, "Who wants my pick?" I said, "Bro, I just traded one of your picks for a Paul McCartney."
Wow.
And he goes, "That's because Goat Whore's better than Paul McCartney."
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
We're going. They're playing here with Incantation later this month, like in 3 weeks.
No shit.
Yeah, we're going at a warehouse, so we're gonna go hang out with him, and I'm gonna bug him for picks.
Is it a Saturday or a Sunday? What
Friday
day
or Saturday?
See, I can do those. Like fucking goddamn Zach Wild and Black Label Society. Every time they come to Houston, it's like Wednesday, and I can't do that because I work. I get up at 4 a.m. and I don't get home till 6 p.m. and I can't go out that fucking night. I got too much shit to do.
Like I said, my girlfriend's she's a bartender, and then I don't get home till 2 after we do load out. It's like 2, 3 in the morning.
Right.
So we'll like meet and have a beer or two and go to bed.
Right. Yeah.
And
that's all you got time for.
Start our day at noon, basically.
Yeah. Wow.
Proper vampires.
Hey, dude, my wife and I worked at a bar when I wasn't touring with King's X or Razor 13. That I would be what do you call it? A bar back at a bar, and she was always the bartender there. And yeah, I remember that life, not getting home till because you had to close out, clean up, count all the cash, clean everything up, and then you get to leave. So 3 o'clock, 4 a.m., you're finally getting home, and then you're having a beer, and then the sun's coming up, and you're like, what the fuck is that? It's time to get inside. People
are like, aha, you're on meth. You're like, no, I work at a bar.
Yeah. No, like,
and I do meth.
Yeah, and I do meth in the bathroom at the bar. Right. Or Coke or whatever. What was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, no, because people are getting up and going to work, and we're sitting there cracking a beer, and they're all getting up and going to work, and they're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" I'm like, we just got off work, but we look like a bunch of.
I'll go 3, 4, 5 days without having a beer, but if I pop one beer, I'm popping 80 beers that day.
Yeah, that's probably
not a quitter. I go for it.
I drank them until they're gone. That's for sure. So however many we buy,
I make sure I have enough to where they're not really ever gone.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. You're smarter than I
am. And because I'm fancy, I keep a box of wine in the refrigerator.
All right.
For backup.
What kind of wine?
Just because I'm fancy. Oh, I like the chillable red, the Franzia.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's probably Franzia because it's fancy.
You gotta give it a little bit of Italiano or something. I can't do those.
Something like that. I brought the box into my girlfriend and I said, "This is a good year. It's 2022. It's a vintage grape."
Vintage grape. Look at it, 2022. This is badass. King's X
aged HEB for a week on the shelf.
Yeah, dude. King's X when we would tour, part of their rider was, you got groceries and whatever got put on the bus, water, beer, but they would get like 3 or 4 bottles of wine a night. That was their thing. And it made me be like, okay, I gotta, because I started touring with them when I was in my early 20s, 21 or something. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll try a Merlot. And I realized I like this really cheap wine that was from, I don't know, but it's called Castellera El Diablo, and it's only a $10 bottle of wine, but it means cellar of the devil.
Nice. See, I like red wine.
Yeah, it was very red. It's very red, and I was like, it tasted great. It did this weird thing in your cheekbone where like you could feel it when you drank it. The first sip, you'd get this like a bite. I don't know if that was a good thing or not, but I liked it. And
probably not. You're probably had an allergic reaction to the.
It had a really cool story to it. They called it Cellar of the Devil because people kept stealing his fucking wine. And so he carved this weird devil face over it and wrote it was the name, the name was the Cellar of the Devil. So if you go in here, you're going to fucking see the devil or some shit. So people wouldn't steal his wine. I thought that was cool.
Cool, man. I'm about to bring up, Jefe's been bringing me beers and he's grabbing me a beer right now. And whiskey. I'm about to bring him up. He's going to come sit in for a little while.
That's great because I was looking at my notes and that was the note I was getting to.
Right, man. See, simpatico. Look,
It's a good year.
it's a vintage year.
Vintage. Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
A cork.
He made it open. He made you open it though, man. I don't know.
All right. This is my buddy Jefe.
Yeah, what's up, brother? Yeah,
Everybody.
dude. Yeah. Long time no see.
Yeah.
I think I had like red hair the last time we saw each other.
Yeah. And we were talking earlier because they're trying to get all the technical difficulties worked out. I was like, man, how the fuck have you been in the last 2 decades?
Yeah, it's fucking been a long time, man. For real.
Hell yeah.
It hasn't been 2. It's been like 11, 12.
Okay.
Well,
Now, if we're going to explain
feels
who
like
Jefe
14.
is, it was real easy with me. This is Tracy. He's known for Choke. If we had to explain every band this motherfucker's been in, we're going to be here for
We're gonna be here for
like a dictionary.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
Give us a list. Give us a quick list, though.
Well, I mean, the 2 main ones were back in the day, Pinche Gringos and 10 Ton Hammer, and then I guess recently in the last 7 years ish, it was Crowmonger, and Crowmonger's now followed by the wayside. But we do have a show again. Gonna do a little something, but
Wonder Twins activate.
absolutely.
Choke and Crowmonger coming. Coming to the BFE.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. BFE, dude.
So-
What did we call that before it turned into BFE? It was like Antones or some shit. What was the name of it? It wasn't
Because there was
always BFE.
Forget about it.
Maybe it was.
I remember, forget about it was not that location there off of Jones Road.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I never drove to anything. I was just in a band van. I got transported. You know, like here, go here. I'm like, okay, cool. Where are
Dude,
we?
I'm
I don't know.
truly-
Set up.
I'm truly a Houstonite now. If it's more than 10 minutes from my house, yeah, fuck that. I'm not going.
That's right. It's too long. If Houston is an hour away from Houston, that's
No,
fucking retarded.
Absolutely.
Like my
And, you know,
parents,
and I mean, to be honest with me, if I need to be somewhere or I want to be somewhere, I'm a go. So I am going to drive that hour and a half, whatever, just do something for an hour and then come right back. It just is what it is.
yeah, I'll go to the Woodlands if somebody's playing I really want to see. But also people, I don't like people anymore. I don't know what happened. The pandemic happened. And I'm like, fuck people. This is retarded.
That's
But-
what's funny that he and I hang out 2 or 3 times a week because we're both singers. We both have that same disease.
Yeah.
I don't have that disease. He has that disease. LSD, they call it. Yeah,
I'm kind of full of myself.
All right. Hey, Tex Music Studios. What's up?
Yeah.
Give a shout out.
All right.
I own it now. It's crazy. I've been running for like 17
What?
years. Became
For
an owner in
17
2021
years?
during the pandemic. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, this is fucking awesome, man. It's good to see you guys. I can't believe I got both of you motherfuckers on my show, and I'm so lucky
and-
that y'all wanted to come hang.
And we're gonna. I think you and I are gonna do one here in a little while.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Maybe I'll have Tracy come crash it like I'm crashing his.
Exactly. You have to.
I need the gratification. I need this.
Absolutely, dude.
I mean,
you know
Scott
what?
Alexander. I mean,
Yeah, Scott. Hey, Scott.
If I show up, it's supposed to Scott in.
I was just
Scott
about to bring that up.
hell yeah.
Scott was gonna do the next day. He was supposed to hang out with everybody in Six Past Hell, but I guess for whatever reason it didn't happen. And he was like, what if we do this again tomorrow, but it's all of us? I was like, no one will be able to hear anything that's going on. It'll just be all of you guys cracking jokes and drinking beers and us partying. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Have you
it
met
never
him?
happened. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, he's on his way to Sturgis right now.
I know. I saw him. He loaded his bike up and he's on his fucking way.
Yeah.
And he stopped
Yeah.
at that casino that me and Tracy
The
were
Kiss
talking about
Casino.
earlier.
I was
The
like,
Kiss
man,
Casino. Yeah.
buying
Oh,
some
yeah.
Kiss. What are they? The air guitar strings.
Choke
I
has those.
saw that. Really?
Choke has guitar strings.
Might
Just
as well.
the ones that's just a packet that has nothing in it.
Yeah, we have a packet with our logo on it. It's air guitar string. It
It's
comes,
filled to the brim.
It comes with a disclaimer and it says that works for acoustic and electric.
That's fucking fantastic, dude. I want.
That
to.
is awesome. That is
I gotta
awesome.
come. I gotta come fucking see you guys. So, when's the next show in Old H Town? For either one of you.
The BF together.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, together.
September
So the
the
BF
24th.
one. September the 24th.
Yeah,
I'm
big
writing it
old
down.
Jefe.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
a few
writing it
weeks
down.
from now. I don't know, 8 weeks, I guess. That's not a few. That's not a few.
Flyers will be out soon.
Flyers will be out soon. It's a little bit more than a few. It's a few more.
Yeah, it's a pick or a peck more, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So let's talk more. Let's get before, I know we all got stuff to do. We've been on here for about an hour, but I want to talk about, like, we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier about the ghost thing and like maybe going from place to place, doing a YouTube channel. What, besides starting off in your house and checking out the ghost, what would be something else you guys would be
Okay, Nikki
tackling?
works at a place called both. Nikki works at two bars. She works at Griff's. That's
Okay.
been around
Forever.
it's been around for over 100 years.
Steak night is on Tuesdays, everybody. $12, best deal around town.
And me and Nikki host bingo on Sundays from 6 to 8. So just saying.
Great.
Another good ass time.
The little Griff's from but it's haunted. But she works at Shady Acres in the Heights, and they have a couple houses on the property that are very, very, very. It's not a friendly spirit. So we're gonna go do that.
Oh shit.
Apparently we're staying the night.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do
What?
it overnight.
Are y'all camping out, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah. We're gonna wait till the bar closes. We're gonna film like a 2-day. We're gonna go and like have me and Jefe getting drunk in there and just being idiots.
Sure.
We're really good. We're really good at it.
Yeah, we're like the best. We're like the best.
Like the best. Then we're gonna go back like the next night and then actually shoot it so we could like edit in like us having a good time being idiots and being scared fucking shitless the next day in the same room.
Like, yeah, I'm so excited.
That's gonna be our first one. But you have to just little small things. You start locally. Like you're in town, Urban Cowboy was shot here in town. So we're gonna go to the location sites of that. No one's ever been in Pam's apartment at the condo on Main, and we're gonna try to go finagle our way into that apartment. It's for sale right now.
Oh no shit.
$70,000.
Oh shit.
Her fancy apartment.
I have the money in the bank, but
right. Do I
from Choke? my royalties from Choke.
It's not the investment you want to invest in just yet.
Right, but we're gonna try to get in there. And, Reality Bites was shot here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quick, shout out to Greg Gilly, man. Love you to fucking pieces, man. Fuck yeah. I was in the Gilly mansion a handful of times, and it was a wonderful experience. Greg's shit, man. Love you to fucking pieces, bro.
We're gonna just start local. We just do things that are around here first, and then branch out. We're definitely gonna do all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre like 1 and 2.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
sites.
That's great.
And then no one's ever done a ghost investigation at the San Jacinto Monument in Battleground.
Okay.
You can go to the actual campground. You can go to the actual. I don't think the Texas guys lost any lives, but the Mexicans did.
The Battleground.
You can go to their encampment, and we're gonna see if we can't do some stuff there and see if we can't pull something up. I've never seen any of that. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that would be
just
cool.
Stuff like that. No real rules.
Sure.
No man's land. No real rules. Anything goes.
I got a place for you. Have you guys heard of Blue Light Cemetery? It's okay. So the Blue Light Cemetery is off of Highway 6. It's not very far away from I-10. It's closed off. You really can't get to it. It's if you're heading north on Highway 6 from I-10. You can't get to it anymore. They fenced it all off. But when I was growing up, we used to like jump the fence and go in there. And they call it Blue Light Cemetery because a blue light is emitted from the ground. And people were saying it's gas from it's swamp gas. And it made this thing with the atmosphere or whatever.
This isn't Batman Forever. There's some real shit going on.
See, Ryan, there's an episode that we'll bring you in as a guest star.
Call me. I can walk us back to it. But the problem is,
hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We'll talk about how to get into it off air, but like it is totally sealed off.
And I hope it's available to scale the walls with a cooler full of booze, because probably have to do that with it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it in 20 years, so I'm sure the terrain has changed a little bit. Most of the gravestones. Yeah, most of the gravestones are they've been desecrated. You know, people have just destroyed them. They fucked them all up. So that's when you get out there 20 years ago, it's like half gravestones and stuff. But the point is to get there and see that fucking blue light show up. And I don't know if it's swamp gas that's coming out or whatever, or what anyone says, but when this blue light shows up, it looks like a fucking ghost, you know, but it might be swamp gas. I don't know. We should do our research and figure it out, or you guys should.
Have all of the apparatuses and things.
Yeah, I actually had a band called Blue Light Cemetery because of that. I was like, oh yeah, dude.
That's nice. Nikki and I went and stayed at the Myrtles north of Baton Rouge. It's supposed to be like the most haunted house in America. The Smithsonian called it the most haunted house in America. So they have a gift shop, and I bought like 7 bottles of wine.
Oh shit.
And I think Nikki drank like 1. And I drank like 6 bottles of wine that night. And as we were going to bed, I don't remember any of this, but I was laying in the bed. We were in the most haunted room. And I was in the bed going, "Fuck you, ghosts, come get me, bitches. I ain't scared of you." And then I passed out. And she heard shit all night long. That could be our ghost show. I get really drunk and provoke the ghost to go to sleep, and then she has to deal with it.
Yes, dude, that's fucking fantastic. I love it. I think that's the whole premise right there.
that will get me on ridiculousness.
Absolutely. Dude, see, you know, there's circles.
My whole life is that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. So is ridiculous still on? Ridiculousness still
that's
on?
That's all they have on MTV.
That's
it.
What the fuck happened to that channel? She was wearing a Slayer shirt one day, and I got so fucking pissed off. Yeah. I was like, I feel like that's not yours. You're not allowed. And I know, and that's not who I am as a metalhead. But I remember thinking, this is not right.
Look, I love metal. I do. But I understand that Slayer is like revered. That's and as much as I love Slayer and I've owned their records and stuff, I'm not big enough a Slayer fan to rock a Slayer shirt. If you see me wearing a band shirt, I can tell you all their fucking albums, and
yes,
I can like go into like scientific detail about that band.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
And Slayer, whom I love, but I'm not. I don't want to get into it with a diehard Slayer fan to get my throat slit. You know.
That's a good point, dude. I feel like I'm a pretty big Slayer fan, but there's a couple of albums I won't say I ghosted. I Metallica'd. Does that, there's a couple of albums where I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to skip those. And,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
you like it, you don't like it. It's all good.
Yeah, it's whatever you like.
I hate the purists that are like, oh, yeah, well, back in the day, when, whatever the shit it is. I'm like, oh, my God, get the fuck out of here.
That's me.
You like it, like.
He hates me.
Kind of.
Dude, that's what I used to do too, though. It's a love-hate thing. I used to do when I was a teenager in high school. That was the thing that I did. I was walking around wearing black metal shirts and telling everyone their music was shit. And I fucking believed it. I was like,
yeah, because you were an elitist at that point.
I was like, what the fuck? You don't listen to thrash metal or black metal or death metal? Fuck that shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is this bullshit new metal you're talking about?
The three of us are not elitists. Our music really is. The music that we like really is badass. It's better than everything.
It really is badass. Okay, cool. You know what? You're right. But then I started liking shit like that. King's X and old Manson, when back in the day, Manson, and then Mortis. I don't know if you guys even know who Mortis is, but
of course, the goblin guy that plays the
goblin
keyboards.
guy, Harvard Ellefson. I can't ever say his last name. He's super nice in real life. I got a bunch of his posters.
So is King Diamond.
Oh,
King Diamond was a
Choke.
Choke.
You told that story?
Tell me the King Diamond story.
We used to play. Choke used to play tattoo bar in Fort Worth.
Okay.
There was this older gentleman. I say older, he's way younger than I am now. And he had a beard, and he would sit at the end of the bar, just sit right there at the end of the bar, and he would watch our set. He was always there. When he'd get done, he'd come up and politely shake my hand. You're a good singer, good show, dig you guys, see you next time. So we'd go back like 2 months later, and the old dude would be there. Okay, so one night Choke's playing, and I'm the lead singer, and we've already established that I have.
Oh my God, we all know you're a lead singer.
Disease, and so I don't know why I was near the van, like the loadout. I don't know why I was out there while they were like carrying heavy equipment. But I was standing outside on the curb, and the old guy came over once again and gave me a hug and said, "You guys are good. I'll see you next time." And got in a black Corvette and took off. So I asked the sound man, I was like, "Who's that old dude, man? He's cool as shit." He's like, "That's King Diamond. He loves y'all. He calls the club all the time, wanting to know when Choke's playing."
What the fuck?
We never played there again. I never got to nerd out.
Oh my God.
I didn't know what he looked like without his makeup.
Right. Holy shit. Dude.
That is my own merciful fate that I have to deal with for the rest of my life.
Right. Yeah, it is. Dude, I had a cat on not too long ago. His name is Jesse White. If you should watch his episode, if only to talk about King Diamond stories, because he has a King Diamond story that's pretty fantastic. And so it's already out. Jesse White's a great shredder. He's awesome. He's up in Ohio. I think he's from Austin area or from Tech. Or no, he's from Beaumont area actually. And anyway, long story short, different than Austin. It is, but he lived in Austin for a little while. When I met him, he lived in Austin. So that's why I'm kind of getting.
I used to live in Austin. We all had to do our time there to realize it's a bullshit scene.
I lived on Riverside, right next to the back room, right up the hill on those apartments. I did too. In those apartments right up from the back room. That's where I live.
Yes. I lived like on Willow Creek or something.
Yeah, something like that. Absolutely. Yeah. And I got my Camaro broken into and all kinds of shit. Went and saw King's X open up for Dio at the fucking back room, which was weird.
Yeah, the Camaro. That's awesome.
I did. Oh yeah. Fucking drove that anyway. But like the
we blew the speakers in Doug's Camaro while he was on tour on. I guess it would have been it wasn't Ear Candy. Might have been Ear Candy.
Might have been Ear Candy. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Matt, we were with Matt. You know Matt Splat?
I know Splat very well.
Matt Scooser?
Yeah. Yep. I know Matt. I know, dude, me and Splat. Yeah. I love Splat. Actually, I'm going to try to have him on the show.
Me and Matt and Kevin Radomski, Kevin from ProMark, James Addictions, Drum Tech. Yeah. Okay. So we were in Doug's car while he was on tour because he trusted with Matt. We were listening to Crowbar. It was the Dogman tour.
Okay,
and we
so
blew the
95 or something.
In his car in Doug's black Camaro back in the day.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah, Doug always would. Doug would also shove like a ton of fucking stereo equipment into whatever it was he had. Like he had a Blazer when I first met him, and like he had a fucking goddamn equalizer built into his CD.
Like a 9-band equalizer. Like
yeah. And he would change it around and make everything all crazy as fucking loud as shit. Yeah, he blew speakers all the time. That's fucking.
Well, I'm just glad that Matt had to explain that to him and not me.
Yeah.
Fucking splat. You got to say it like that.
It's funny how we all know each other. Like let's just say what it is. It's the extended King's X family. We all know. J-Rab, and we all know each other.
So maybe 6 degrees of Doug.
6 degrees of Doug.
6 degrees of Doug.
Yeah, we all.
Hashtag 6 degrees of Doug.
That's nice, right? Yeah.
I took that photo.
Get up.
Yep, that photo was taken in Wolverhampton, even though it says Live Love.
Wait a minute, the album cover?
Yeah.
Oh, where's your royalty check?
It went to Trent.
In the mail.
Trent. Wait, see, you said Trent. I know who Trent is.
And you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Right, exactly. Trent, 6 degrees of Doug.
There you go.
Trent took like 10,000 photos. He totally did. Like all the photos from that tour, all on Trent. But I started taking photos for the first few shows. So I took probably 100. And when I saw Doug letting the crowd sing, and Wolverhampton was the biggest show, it was way bigger than London. There's thousands of people and crammed into this little venue. And I was like, I got to get this camera. And I lined it up just right. Cause where you could see mostly the crowd and he's just doing this thing. And I mean, it was one of those moments in your life where like you just got to
Jesus
take a fucking
Christ
photo
pose.
of this. Yeah, Jesus Christ pose, right? And it was so fucking cool. Like I love taking the photo, and then lump sum. Trent got a photo, whatever. I'm not angry. I just bring it up on every fucking podcast for some reason.
All right, since
Not angry at all.
we're angry, Joey Gaskell owes me like $200.
Oh,
Bar tab.
Bar
The
tab.
bar tab.
The King's X
All right,
playing here at
Joseph.
Scout Bar, and I had a tab, and we would say, listen, we would meet up about every 30 minutes, and we would get a beer and a Jägermeister. And
Yeah.
over there, that's like
I
20,
do too.
that's like $30, $40. So I didn't know it. Joey was putting them on my tab. He was ordering them.
Right.
Joey, I love you, dude. If you're watching this,
Yeah.
I mean,
Love you too,
I've
Joey.
played with his bands since then, but it's just funny. He owes me money. Yes.
And Joey, I love you too. Joey also got me a job working at the Velvet Melvin in downtown when I was 18 years old. Thanks, Joey. That was fun. I just smoked weed on
Yeah, he's
top
a
of
good
the.
cat, man.
I just smoked weed on top of the. God, what was it? I don't know. On top in the parking lot the whole time. I was like, "Hey, stop stealing shit, dude." Okay, cool. That was my job. It's great.
All the time with Joey.
You what?
I snorted weed with Joey.
That's fucking
I'm
weird.
joking.
I
I'm
like
just
Joey.
shocking Joey because he owes me drinks.
Dude, one time, okay, the very first time I met Joey, my parents had a garage with an extra room above the garage, and my very first band, Grimoire.
Frog, as they say, family room over the garage.
Yeah, so I'd be up
Right.
there. Yeah, I would be up there, and I'd be jamming, and my friends would just randomly stop by with other band members or whatever, and this guy Chris Brown, God rest his soul, he shows up with the entire band of Geek, and they're like, "Oh, you're in a band?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, what do you mean?" "Yeah, we play thrash metal." "What, you in a band?" What, doing that whole like high school posturing
He's an
thing.
elitist. Like, no, I know better music than you do.
Yeah, whatever. You're in a band. What do you mean you like the Deftones? Who the fuck are the Deftones?
That's terrible.
And that's how it was back in the
It was actually
90s.
really good. Really good.
Yeah, they're really pretty good. But
Man,
they
Geek were badass. Geek was so
Geek was
badass.
they were amazing. Joey had his own, or not Joey. Oh my God, his brother's going to kill me. Jeremy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jeremy.
yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy's gonna kill me. Jeremy had his own pedal, like that they had like engineered and shit. And I always thought that was the coolest thing, that he had his own pedal that made his own weird fucking crazy sound. It's a lot of fun, man.
They were kids, man. They were fucking kids.
Yeah, and they had an album that you could find in FYE, which was some
That's
fucking
pretty fucking cool.
Sam Goody wannabe place. Dude, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I'm going to wrap this up. That doesn't mean you and me can't keep talking after this, but I want to wrap it up for the audience because we've been talking for like an hour or so. And I was wondering before.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here tonight. What are you talking
No,
about?
we're all hanging out a little bit longer after this. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Anyway, so would you guys want to be coming on again maybe in the future and maybe taking me along on a ghost hunt?
Yeah, we're doing that blue shit.
Yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
The Blue Light Cemetery. I'm gonna send you.
No, I was talking about that stuff in Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I haven't. It's been 20 years.
Sorry.
It's been 20 years.
I love to sleep. So I'm gonna it's hard pass.
Yeah,
Hard
I'm good.
It's been 20 years and I don't think my heart can take it. So
There are a few things I'm good at, but one of them is sleeping.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
great.
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
at
we'll
it.
definitely do a little ghost.
And after 67 or 74 of these, like I'm pretty good, you know?
Fuck yeah, dude. Tracy, thank you so much for coming on. Jefe, thank you for jumping in, brother. Like, it was good to see you. I can't believe we haven't seen each other in fucking like 14 years or whatever it's been.
That's crazy. That's
We
crazy.
didn't even get on side projects we have coming up. So
Oh my God.
We'll talk
Actually,
about
you know
that
what?
after this, I guess.
Let's do it real quick before we roll it out.
Yeah,
You do have some
I got-
side projects.
well, I'm in Abbey Normal, which is like a cover group. We do 4-part harmonies and stuff. So
I don't know if I'll give the name up, but it's amazing.
no, we are.
God damn it. All right,
And then I have another little project I'm working on with Chris Henrich. You know Chris?
I don't know why that name sounds so fucking
I think
familiar.
Joe
to me.
Fazio is going to be on drums.
Okay.
You know Joe Fazio apparently
Super-
owns the
super-
Rhythm
super
Room now?
drunk, super drunk rituals.
No, Rock Center. Joe
Dude, I've
Fazio
been to
owns
all those
Rock
places. I know people by their faces and maybe their first name. You know what I mean?
Then
Like,
we had
oh
this kid-
yeah.
We had this kid named Louie on guitar.
Oh,
Okay.
Cisneros or Cicero.
Shredder to the ultimate power.
He's mucho good.
It's called.
He's a little bit. He
I
looks like Dio.
actually I
He looks
sent
like
you
Dio.
a picture so you can flash it on the screen.
Here.
The band is called Ratkin.
I saw that. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
That's
keep,
a-
hold on.
that-
Keep listening. Here we go.
That is a rat and Dockin, not a tribute band because it's going to be ourselves, but it's just going to be us playing Rat and Dockin covers.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I love it. Yeah. I
Really?
saw
Looking
it.
all
Yeah.
grunge, not all
Right.
90s, 80s.
No, we're not. I'm not,
Yeah.
dude. No one wants to see this in
Ratkin.
spandex.
Shit.
No one wants to see Kenny
I'm
Rogers in
listening.
spandex.
Dude, I think they do. I mean, have you seen what like
Okay.
Jack Black's been
Hold
doing
on, time
lately?
out. Hey, stop filling his head full of
Jack-
lies. Is all I'm saying.
Follow Jack Black on Facebook and watch what that
Oh,
dude
Jesus.
does. He's
Hold
out
on,
there
hold on.
singing.
When you preface with or expound on, I'm like, I'm not even really interested, to be honest. I better
Okay.
love me some Jack Black. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, so we have, and you feel free to put it on my crotch. We have Ratkin,
Ratkin. I'm gonna.
but he and I have a little thing we're working on. We're just busy.
If we are going to say the name, can I say it?
You can say it, but here's the thing: we're both. Let's get to the point here. We're both singers.
Right.
We're both lead singers.
Yeah.
I do play guitar in my other bands, but he
Right.
and I are both singers. But he and I instruments are not even in the same ballpark.
Like, completely
We're
different.
completely different singers.
Yeah.
I can't do what he does, and he can't do what I do.
Hell no.
And
Okay,
we
yeah.
were jamming with a little neighborhood band here, and
Yeah,
we
these
were
guys
playing.
live down the street.
We were like playing some Metallica covers, and he was singing the Metallica stuff, and I was doing high harmonies, which are not in Metallica.
Right.
But I was showing how our voices could meld
like-
and work.
Wow.
This is how it's going to
So he and I
Yeah.
are working on a little new project in the near future.
Fuck
You
yeah.
get to say it.
be.
You get to say it.
Monster Truck Extravaganza.
Oh, I love it. I love it, dude. That's Monster Truck Extravaganza.
Two lead singers.
Look at
Two
that.
lead singers.
Hell yeah.
And it's going to be. We're talking to guys, and I can't tell you who all we're talking to, but it's a Houston
Yeah,
super
it'd
group.
be a super
Oh,
group.
It's a
badass.
Houston super group with me. So now it's
Yeah.
a Houston super group.
Yeah, even better.
I love it, dude. That sounds fucking fantastic. I can't wait to
Right,
start getting
Right?
back
If you
out.
want to audition, we'll ignore you, but you could audition.
Yeah,
at
you can
least.
totally come out and drink some beers with us.
That's all that I need. That would be great. I'd come out. I just bring a
Excuse
bass
to drink some beers.
and
Look at
just
that.
play some stuff. I'll even try to play guitar. I got a ukulele and I got like one of these things. I'll just bring this. I'll audition with this.
Oh, is that the thing you blow into and play?
Yeah. No, it's just a MIDI controller, but you know,
Okay.
whatever. It does things. All right,
I
guys.
knew what you were talking about. I was like, no shit, that's fucking cool. And they're like, it ain't cool. It ain't cool.
That's not it. That's not what it was at all. All right, guys,
Nobody
thank
wants
you
a
so much.
guitar, man. Right
Hey,
now.
dude, did you see King's X had Paul from the David Letterman show? He was like up there
Yes.
playing
yeah.
with the
Yes.
guitar.
Dude, that's so wild.
I went and saw Dream Theater open for Iron Maiden about 12 years ago,
Okay.
and Jordan Rudess, the keyboard player, plays guitars, and he had a guitar tech.
No fucking way.
I guarantee that dude is the only guitar tech. Like he's the
In
guy
all
they
of
call.
history.
He's Paul Schaefer's guitar tech. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
Jordan
yeah, yeah.
Rudess. I should learn to be a guitar tech because it's probably lucrative.
My whole job. That's
Right.
it. You're done. You're done.
When you need me, I'll be there.
Yeah,
See ya.
yeah. Or I'll be at the bar. I don't know.
Dude, guys, it's been fucking fantastic having you on. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna do my little extra and we'll just have a beer or two.
Do it.
But for everyone who's listening, this has been a fucking fantastic time for me because I've just been able to hang out with one of my fucking favorite people ever that I'd never get to really talk to as much.
Hey, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
My bad. Lead singer disease.
Lead singer disease. Here we go. Well, hey man, you and me, where'd you go? Come back.
He took off. I kicked him out of my house.
Well, he's also one of the favorite people too, but I've always bullshit,
right,
man. Tracy, it's been fucking fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for bringing Jefe on, who I'm going to steal him, by the way, soon. So make sure we get our information together. Thank you for being on the 13th.
Make sure that Jefe didn't give too much info away because he's that's going to be a 4-hour show.
Okay. Well, I have the power of the editing button.
All right.
Brother, thank you so much for coming on.
7 bands.
87 currently.
And 324 and a half past
bands and side projects that are probably not even in there.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. Everybody, this has been the 13. I've been here with Tracy Mcginnis
and he's a
fucking Jefe.
He's
getting out of here.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh. All right, guys, everyone, we'll talk again soon. See you on the next one. Hey, y'all don't go. Y'all stick around. I'm going to end the recording.